Hi guys, Amy here from Motorcycle Superstore. I'm here today with the Dainese Course D1 Out boot. This is the brand new Dainese Course D1 Out boot. Now out meaning it goes over your pants, or if you're wearing a race suit, it goes on the outside of that race suit. They do have in boots if you prefer that, but this is an out boot. Now this is the non-perf version, but I also have a perf version for you here if you prefer the airflow. Pretty much the same exact boot, it's just going to be perforated in the main body of the boot. Now they haven't perforated it at the toe here because that's a really high abrasion area. They keep the perforation for back on the boot because they don't want it to weaken the leather. So they've done it further back on the boot, but it's still going to have a lot of airflow. All right, but we're going to check out the features on the non-perf version just because otherwise they are the same boot. Now this is a CE certified boot, meaning it is CE certified. It has all the protection that you want and need if you're going to be riding, especially if you're going to be riding on the track. You want that protection. They've got a lot of it in here. Certification, definitely a great thing to have when you've got a boot of this level. Now Dainese is known for their quality. They have very, very high quality products. This is absolutely no exception to that rule. We've got a great leather boot. It's very lightweight and a very high performing sport bike boot. All right, let's check out some of the features here. Now this is a really nice soft leather, but we have this TPU on the outside. Now this is sort of an exoskeleton. What this does is provide support. This is the D-Axial system here. It's a hinge system that allows you flexibility and movement in the boot, but it also helps sort of control those movements. You don't want to hyperextend or hyperflex. This really controls those movements, but makes it so that you don't have to like have a long break-in period or have a really stiff boot. You still have the movement with that hinge system, but you're protected. This is a nice hard shin plate. Really important to have shin protection, especially because of the pegs of the bike. This is a high abrasion area, so you want to have that shin protector there, especially if you're a serious rider spending a lot of time on the bike. You've got a nice little speed demon there. I like the look of this boot. There's an accordion panel here on the front of the boot, again, to really aid. Those are braking points. Those are planned braking points so that when you do have that movement there, it's going to move with you and be more comfortable. There's also a toe shifter panel here to help reinforce the boot, add some grip there, and make it so that you can grip easily without moving around, sliding around on the shifter. Now this toe slider here is replaceable. It's a plastic toe slider so that if you grind that down, you can easily replace it. You can see they've got these inset screws there. They're easy to pop out, take this off, put a new one on. They're inset so that they last longer and don't get worn down. Now looking at the back of this boot, they've done a lot here to make this boot, again, comfortable, high performing. That's what Dainese does, and they do a great job of it. The system here for getting the boot on is very unique to Dainese, and I really like it. It is a back entry system. A lot of times we see a side entry system. They've done it in the back, and what they've done is not only is there a zipper here, you can see that, but there's also two pieces of Velcro right here on the sides. Now this is nice sturdy Velcro. It's not going to come undone when you're riding, but what this does is actually really give you some customization to the fit of this boot. Some guys have bigger calves and they need a little bit more room in their boot. And a lot of boots do not allow that sort of mobility, that flexibility to really customize the boot. Dainese has built this in to be able to do that. So if you need a little bit more room, you can pull that out and Velcro it further out so you have a wider boot. It's a great customization feature and at a great price point. Now if I unzip this, you can also see that there's actually an inner bootie on this boot, which is a great, again, protection system. There's a nice hard plastic piece here in the back that really helps protect the back of your ankle. This is an important piece to have. A lot of times we see that in the exoskeleton of the boot, but by pulling that in towards the inside, towards your ankle, it's actually really increasing the protection because it's really putting it where the protection is needed, near those delicate ankle bones. Now that is a breathable mesh fabric with some padding in that bootie, so you're going to have a lot of breathing airflow through this boot, especially if you have that perf version. You don't want to have sweaty feet. Not a fun deal. They've really done a great job with this boot of making the air just flow through. Now around the top of this boot, they have a great soft neoprene. That's a moisture wicking fabric. Again, it's going to have a really nice point of meeting the race suit. So again, it's an out boot, so this is going to go up against your suit, but this neoprene not only is a moisture wicking fabric, it's very comfortable and soft, it's not going to dig into your shin, but it's also going to go really well up against your race suit if you're wearing a race suit and just make a nice fit of this boot. Overall, a fantastic boot. Let's check out the bottom. because this is another place that we really see they've done a lot on the bottom of these boots. Now this is not a big step heel, it's a very small step heel, but there's a lot of texture here. All right, that's really important. You don't want to be sliding around on the pegs. You don't want to be sliding around when you're walking around off the bike. It's a great sole. You can see lots of texture there. They've also wrapped the sole up the sides. You can see that here, how they've wrapped it just a little bit on the sides. That's very important because that actually helps extend the lifespan of this boot, because it's going to help keep it from peeling away. Really great feature to have. There's also another very similar material here on the inside. That is a texture point that's going to help you interface with the bike better. It's going to give you a little bit more grip. Very important not to have a lot going on the inside of a boot. That's something we look for in a higher end sport bike boot. There's not a lot going on here. They've got a little bit of texture. It's going to really help you interface with the bike. It's a great feature to have. Otherwise, again, there's the inside of that D-Axial system. Lots of movement in this boot. You're going to be protected, but yeah, they've got nice stiff sole to this boot. But again, low break-in time on this boot, but very comfortable, very high-performing and light sport bike boot. All right, the Dainese Course D1 Out boot. Don't forget, we have the Air version as well. There's also 4 different colors in this boot. It's European sizing, but you can check out the size charts on our website to really figure out what the right fit is for you. Dainese, again, really high quality boot company, lots of great gear. They've got jackets and stuff as well. You can check all of that out as well as more information on this boot on our website, where you're always going to get super deals super fast at motorcyclesuperstore.com. Make sure you click that link in the corner and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching.